go into the state of no mind and no self, which is logically makes sense. If you think about it, that way I explained the mind to the heart, the way of nature in here, and the ego is gone, then you are non-dual space, but absolute state of samadhi, no mind and no self. Absolute. It's everything as it is. So that was the answer from Manjusri. Maybe in English his name is different, Manju, or whatever. And the Manju asked Vimalakirti, how about you? How do you answer to that question? And laughing. This is the sutra many people study seriously, and it's very famous. So what did Vimalakirti do? Yuima. To hear that question from Manju, he just remained silent in the state of samadhi, where the laws of nature manifest. I'm talking what goes as a description when you are silent and no mind, no self. You are one with the heart. And that's the videos I talked about here and there, maybe many times. Samadhi, no mind, no self. That is his answer without describing it. He represented the state of samadhi, no mind and no self. So that's in the sutra. This may have been written down maybe a few hundred years after the Buddha's death by those disciples and passed on. And that to me is where we have the eternal home, the laws of nature manifest. Before we are born, while we are born and alive, and when we pass away, it's absolute, no argument. I guess the word non-duality sounds all right, but it's kind of like technical, still in the word and the mind, non-duality. But how do you describe non-duality? Don't think, right? Just be in samadhi. So, non-duality, how to go beyond ego, is a paradox, so far as you use your mind. So go beyond yourself, be at the state of the absolute, and that is also representing the four principles of the Buddha. Some call it four seals of Buddha. I don't know if many people talk about it, but I think that's such a fundamental point. The core is in the absolute, the state where the laws, nature's way manifest. And if you're one with it, just be. No worries. Fourth principle, in silence, is nirvana. I may just add a few sentences after this, which is related to Daisetsu's point. Don't stay there too long. come back and do the work. Use your mind wisely, wisdom and compassion. And somewhere in this Vimalakirti Sutra, I know there's this saying, I struggled through this over years. Because people suffer, he suffer, or I suffer. That's the sentence somewhere. Unfortunately, I don't have the book with me here. I'm sure there are lots of lines on red and green and underlined. The book may be gone, but Dharma is alive eternally. Let's go beyond ego. You don't have to go beyond all the time. You can come back to play with your ego. So far as ego is in line to the way of the society that we can use the language and the logic to share, be sincere and truthful with wisdom and compassion, and live accordingly. And occasionally get deluded, feel sad, but be with people and help myself, help yourself together. With the core of our being is that absolute state, or you can call non-duality if you like. Cicada is singing, totally immersed themselves in samadhi. They don't know anything else. Humans has this prerogative, you call it, that you can go in and out. Most people may just stay in the mind and not touching the heart as much, but we have it. I shared that reason why I say we have it in a few other videos, even yesterday, how the mini awakening, mini samadhi can be witnessed, and therefore encourage us to explore this potential. May all beings be happy.